What's up, everyone? It's January 3rd, 2016. About a year now since I last put up any video on my channel, but I wanted to use the new year to sort of re-kick off my channel again and start uploading some new videos, including talking about all the records I picked up last year, as well as just kind of give you guys a general update on what's going on with my life. So as you can see, I'm still in the same place. I've been here for about 4 years now, but a big part of my life over 2015 is my career has pretty much taken up a lot of my time. So I'm working actually full-time in the dance music industry for a company called Insomniac Events. It's based here in LA, but we throw festivals and events around LA, around California, around the US, and around the world as well. So I have a really good career. It's pretty much my dream job, you know, working in the sort of an intersection of music and marketing and technology. I'm a digital product manager for Insomniac Events, so I basically run our mobile apps and our website right now. So that's a really great job that I have now. Well, I had it actually at the time of my last posting, but over the last year it's picked up a lot. So that's been great, and it's also sort of taking up a lot of my free time as well, my social time, because of so many events that I'm out attending. Might have mentioned before, but just house and techno music and trance music and drum and bass, some of my loves growing up. So dance music is still a huge interest of mine, despite the fact that in most of these past videos all the records I've been buying have been hip-hop. So but I've actually just recently started kicking off a digging habit again, trying to go once a week now to actually focus more on dance music vinyl, because there's still a lot of great stuff that's being put out these days that's only on vinyl, despite the whole digital age, or the prevalence of digital MP3s and Beatport and stuff like that. So yeah, I've been kicking off a digging habit again. Career's been going great. I know I haven't put up any videos, but over the last year my channel actually passed 3,000 subscribers slowly, and passed 1 million views as well, so that's really great. And hopefully with this new year, I'm trying to upload some more stuff. I have some record rips I want to make, and some demo tape stuff that I've archived over the years that I hopefully want to start uploading as more of a regular thing. Also the copyright strikes, which I mentioned last year, which I was a little uneasy about. I didn't want to risk anything happening to my channel. Those copyright strikes have been erased now, because there's a time limit that they stay on your account, but they're off now. So pretty much my channel is free and clear to go for new uploads. And yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what records I picked up over the entire year of 2015. Turn this music down. Music in the background is from one of my favorite producers right now, and his name is Guy J, producer out of Israel. It's a real nice blend of progressive house and techno. This album is his latest one, just came out a couple months ago, I think. Anyways, I won't talk too much about these records because I want to get through them all and have this video be decently short, so I'm just going to run through. If there's something really particular I want to say about it, I will, but mostly I'll just be kind of showing you guys these records, and I'll try to get the sound clips up on here as usual. So first we got the Grassroots Drama 12-inch out of Canada. This is starting back in January of 2015 that I got these. You got Young and the Restless, Boom Boom Bap, a nice indie 12 out of New York. Criminal Minds, Guilty as Charged. This is a UK early 90s hip-hop group. I think they pressed 500 of these or so. Original copy, got mine. William Onyeabor, Hypertension. Definitely, I know I talked about him in previous videos. There's another original Nigerian pressing of this album. I think all this stuff has been reissued now, so you can pick it up for cheap, but this is an original pressing. Beastie Boys, Hello Nasty. I know this is not a rare album or anything super particular, other than my own story with it, which is that this is actually the first hip-hop album I ever had in my life. So my parents bought this for me when I was probably 12 or 13, not sure, but so definitely listening to this album was my first exposure to hip-hop music. This album definitely has its place and as a super special album to me. Even though I like other albums by them better, Hello Nasty is the first one that really got me exposed to hip-hop. This album, We Got Alot. This is one I've talked about in past videos. when I originally tried to order this, the postal service ended up destroying my package, or letting it get destroyed, so I ended up purchasing my actual copy earlier this year. Here we got Middle Eastern Thought, indie group out of Virginia, I want to say, but these guys have a couple other 12 inches that I'm after. IBM Nation, the Brainiac EP. This is a great reissue that Diggers of Gratitude did. IBM Nation, the Brainiac EP, one of the rarest 12s out there. So obviously I wasn't going to be able to afford an original, but they reissued this in a run of 200 copies. So as soon as that came up, I knew I had to snatch it up. So let's check this one out. They're sold out, obviously, but probably some sellers on Discogs putting them out. This one is Nick Wiz Cellar Selections 5, with that series always solid productions from Nick Wiz. Another one, the MI Allnighter EP on colored vinyl and 626 records. This one we got Lynk, The Greenhouse Effect, Ill Funk Freeka. Black Devil Disco Club. This is one that was on my want list for a long time. I finally found it at somewhat of an affordable price. Just a real classic early electronic music. It's sort of like before house music was even created. It's just like a kind of cosmic, weird, twisted take on disco from some couple of French producers. So finally got my original pressing of Black Devil Disco Club. Messiah, Survival of the Fetus, Rubbabandz, Purple Rain. Nice cheap 12-inch, great music. Slum Brothers, Stop Fronting. Got this one finally in the original pressing. Can I Hit It? The soundtrack. This is one I found for 50 cents at Amoeba here in LA. A couple of tracks I knew on here. The first and third tracks here, The Cure and Nothing in the World. Those are the two rap tracks. The rest of this is pretty much R&B, so I wasn't a big fan, but worth seeking out for those two tracks alone. A couple from Dope Folks, K-Otix, and the Cage and York Diesel. Generally with the reissued labels, or the Dope Folks, Chopped Herring, I really cut down on the amount that I was buying from them, just to save money in general. Here's one, 51 Days. This is sort of when I started reigniting my interest in dance music vinyl. So this is a classic track from '94 out of the Netherlands. Heard this on Lee Burridge, DJ. Played this track, and I really wanted the original because it's such a great track. Paper Moon here. And then this is when I picked this up. Is sort of when I started realizing how much dance music is out there. I haven't really touched that genre much in my years of collecting, just because there's such an expansive, back history to dance music, vinyl. But I think after this one, I sort of re-sparked my interest, and it's definitely I'm keeping my eye out more for dance music vinyl, especially if there's tracks that I'm really into. I'll definitely try to seek out the original. Here we got Serious Tripp, Seriously Speaking EP. Some nice funky up-tempo stuff from the early 90s, 1991. Pitch Black, Analyze the Program. This is the black vinyl version. I think there's a clear one as well. Halrazzers, Here We Come. Reissued by Chopped Herring, but got my original of that one now. Semaj and the N Crowd, Groove Me. Some pretty obscure single-sided 12. Test pressing of what I thought at the time was Ugly Duckling, based on this, but it's actually a group called Off the Path, which is had a really obscure 12 that was produced by Young Einstein of Ugly Duckling, so that's what this one is. Massive Staff, one of the few Chopped Herring releases I picked up over the year, just because this was number one on my want list for a while. Massive Staff, Nasty Newark Air. I still don't have an original. I kind of don't know if I would seek it out now, but this, definitely check this one out. It's just real hardcore, dirty East Coast rap from '94. Massive Staff. The Brotherhood, Elementals. This is a dope group out of the UK. This is a major label album. This is on Virgin, but it's '96. The production on here is really great. highly recommend. Check that one out, Brotherhood Elementals. Another William Onyeabor LP. This is his first one, Crashes in Love. This version of it was before he really got into all his electronics. So this one is more of a traditional, like, funk African album. I think probably the rarest, or among the like top 2 or 3 rarest Onyeabor albums that you can find. So this one came up at a good price, and I had to snatch it up. Alienated Individuals. This is a Virginia compilation. I already had this one, but this one came up at auction. I got this one for really cheap, so double for that. Gypsies, in related group to the Alienated Individuals. This is also out of Virginia. Gypsies 12-inch. Dope one there. Another Chopped Herring, Treehouse, rare and unreleased EP. All the tracks on here being by Down to Earth. Southpaw, Left Hand Rule. This one's pretty off the radar, but this has a really dope track on it called Coast, which is not online yet, that I would like to upload pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that one. This is dope stuff from, I think, 93. Breaking Through for Delph. This is Baltimore Indie 12. Very rare. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. This is an extended Disco 12. The track Don't Leave Me This Way. First heard this track played by James Murphy of LCD Sound System, who was playing at a festival down in San Diego. He just dropped this full 10-minute track at the end of his set, and I just thought it was a really epic track to play, so I sought it out. Had to get this 12 for myself. Double Speak. This is an affiliated group to Jedi Mind Tricks through Stoop, the producer. This copy is actually warped when I got it, but still super rare. By the way, if you guys know anything about de-warping records, I kind of have been wanting to like seek out some kind of machine to do that. I know they're probably expensive, but if you guys have any knowledge of that, let me know. Dirty Face Angels, Acting Up with Moe Logical. Another one, long time want list. Finally found a cheap enough copy. Jewels of the Nine, green label version. There's a red label version as well. This one, Dungeon Lords. You guys might remember I talked about this demo tape in one of my past videos. The demo tape I got was actually a dubbed version. It wasn't in original demo tape, but guys at Heavy Jewels did their thing and managed to get the rights to reissue this. So definitely go seek this one out. It's a super high demand release, and now finally on wax. Pick that up. Another dope folks, Lone Catalyst, the prequel. Always love Lone Catalyst and J. Rawls production. LPSD, back at ya. White label only release out of either San Diego or LA. Don't remember. Money Boss Players, their first 12, 94. Dope one there. Laud Manifest. So I guess that's how you say it. Rapping for Change. This is a dope one out of Detroit. Vince the Bundy, one of their few 12s that I didn't have, even though it was cheap. Don't Stress Tomorrow. Highly recommended. Ilko, Ilii. The track on this one is Big Shots. That's the one most people are after. So finally found that. Sealed copy. Stark Reality. Finally shelled out to get this one. This is the Now Again reissue from a year or two ago. I was actually a little disappointed by this album, hearing it in full. It's still pretty good experimental stuff, but for the prices that people shell out for original copies of this, I definitely wouldn't do that myself. But got this nice high quality reissue there now. This is one I picked up on a trip out to New York. Roy Ayers, Ubiquity, Lifeline, signed by him. I already had this album, but saw this signed by him for $5, so might as well throw that in. Tony Alvon and the Bel Airs, Boom Boom Boom, or Sexy Coffee Pot. It's the one that most people know. This one's got a fat drum break on it, used by DJ Shadow and plenty of other people. This is a reissue, actually, official reissue on brown vinyl. Another one I definitely wasn't going to afford an original of, so shelled out to get that. Flamingos, I Only Have Eyes for You. If you don't know that track, one of the best doo-wop songs ever. The Chamber Don't Sleep. This copy in particular, signed by Toxic, who I believe is the MC of the group. Dope one. The next few, I guess I probably don't need to talk much about these. So you can see that these have the BPMs and keys written. These are some of the dance music records that I've been picking up recently on my digging trips. Sort of one of my New Year's resolutions is to start DJing. I guess it's kind of been a long time coming, because you can see I've been hoarding all these records for pretty much half my life, and nothing has ever really come of it. Because I've put all my money into buying the records themselves and not the equipment, I never got around to DJing. So it's about time, I think, that I start, actually doing something with these instead of just collecting. So with the dance music vinyl, I started, trying to be organized with it, write the BPMs, the keys. Hopefully we'll get some kind of decent equipment, whether it's CDJs or actual, 2 vinyl turntables that I can DJ with. So, yeah, that's one of my goals for this year, is to start DJing in some form or another. Hopefully I can actually get around to it this year with a little more money to throw around these days. This is Bicep house group. This one in particular I think is really, really good. This is a vinyl only released by a group called Terriers, I think out of Ireland, on IBM Nation. It's I guess for my house music taste, I'm really into more like minimalist, like dub techno, deep house, like slower stuff with a lot of like darkness and minimal elements to it. Yeah, I'll put up a clip of this one in an annotation, but definitely check that one out if you're into house music. This one as well, Jonas Palzer, Anomaly, who's alias of Fred P, the producer. Black Hole and Bookless. This is an artist called Royer. A lot of these are vinyl only releases, so it's cool that in this day and age with the sales of Beatport and stuff like that, people are still taking the time to put out releases only on vinyl. So that's sort of what I'm looking for when I go out digging now. This is released by a group called Linkwood. This is a track I heard in Disclosure's Essential Mix, a track called Secret Value. Back to hip hop, Now Born Click, Moving in X-Files, another long time want list that I found for finally a cheap enough price. 2 Brown, Taking No Shorts, produced by DJ Jazz out of Philly, full length. I'm gonna, I don't know if I should censor this or not, but this is the released by Luke of 2 Live Crew fame on Luke Records. I think you either know this cover or you don't. This is sort of a controversial cover, clearly, because this chick is bending over with all her parts visible. It's a weird promo-only release where they advertise these tracks on the sleeve, and none of these tracks are actually pressed on the record inside. But it's an item that people clearly want for the cover. I found this for $2 at Amoeba, so it was a little awkward to check out with it at the counter, but I had to buy it for my collection for the value, of course. Etienne de Crécy, Fantastic Man. This is a dope deep house release. This is an artist called Moonbee Measure Pleasure. This is pretty retro-ish 80s minimal sounding house music. And most recently, Cavasai, the CI 12-inch, to wrap out December of this year. Cool, so that's pretty much everything of note that I picked up. Well, actually, these boxes have other records I picked up in 2015, but they weren't really worth talking about. So, yeah, hopefully I'll continue with these videos into this year, 2016. Gonna try to stay on my digging game and try to get some good stuff. Hopefully you guys are still around, after a year's worth of not posting anything. But I'm back now. I'm here. I'm active. So if you guys have any comments or questions, feel free to post, and I will get back to you guys. And yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more as we kick off this year on my channel. Peace.